All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thanks for your patience. We went live a little late. We just had a little technical difficulties. That's my bad. I will get that fixed. I promise. Every week we're getting better. So, just some quick announcements before we get into some gameplay, because I know we're running behind now. I want to give a shout out to the couple people that decided to check us out while we were not online. Ms. Dusty became a new follower 4 days ago, and about 6 days ago, Dudekoff13.
Yeah, that's my friend.
Dudekoff13 has subscribed with his Prime membership. Thank you so much, Dudekoff. It's a huge, huge deal that you do that. Tell your friends, because this is kind of a fun thing that we're doing over here. So, as we move on, I always have to go through and talk about our sponsors. Got to make sure that we give a shout out to Ambient Realms, which, supplies the hardware and a lot of the software that gives us some cool stuff. What is that? Oh, splash, hit to the groin. Some of my... Yeah, they have that one is called Hit to the Groin 1. So he's obviously working on multiple hits to the groin. So that's what I find very, very humorous. But make sure and check them out. Ambient Realms, we're doing some more projects with them. We'll be producing some stuff and broadcasting some stuff live from some different game stores. We did one at Great Escapes. We're going to do the Game Room coming up, and we'll probably do a One Comics here local in Sacramento. So we're doing some live broadcast stuff here soon. So stay tuned for that. Also check out Huntington's Disease Society of America. They're big advocates. They've donated a lot of money to that cause, and also to Autism Speaks. So just check out the website. They got links to all that good stuff. Want to give a couple things going on. Of course, we got the Amazon t-shirts out there. I'm really excited about those. It's not for profit. It's just because you can buy them for pretty much cost for what it costs us to make them. So just go ahead and hook yourself up with those. They're kind of cool. I got a new one on there that's got the Tabletop Rockstar one on there. So check it out if you want. And we just got a notification today that we are partnering with Scattered Comics. Yes, partner with Scattered Comics to do some great stuff. We're going to help them with some distribution of some stuff into the game stores, but in trade, they've got some amazing artists on staff, so we're going to start working with them and see what we can do there. So the next thing, I'm reworking our chat room stuff. So if you're in the chat room and somebody gets blocked for saying stuff and you didn't say anything rude, I apologize. I will adjust it. I've gotten rid of all these strange little bots in there and kind of put our own bot in there. So we have a Time to Tabletop bot that's sitting in our chat room. So it's going to try and do all the work, but I might have to tweak it. So if you want to see it do anything different or adjust, just tell me. I'm totally cool with saying, hey, that's not a bad word. All I said was not. So so make sure and just check us out and tell us. Because I'm going to be working on what's called table tokens. It's kind of our loyalty of money, so that as you watch, you'll earn some table tokens. I'm working on those. So if you have some ideas on what you want to buy with those table tokens, make sure and just email us. Very easy to get a hold of us. It's hello@timetotabletop.com. So hit us up with that. That was a lot of announcements, and I meant to start them earlier, and my fault, but we will get right back into this, okay? So I'm going to turn on some mics here and get their mic going. And I will let them take it.
Okay. Hello there, and welcome to Generation Hero, the epic superhero saga that takes you through the entirety of comic book history, one issue at a time. This is episode 5, the final episode of Sentinels of the Silver Age, entitled Terror of the Tyrant. It's been a long road to get here. We had some diversions, but now we are here, the end of our early 60s Silver Age extravaganza. So with that, let's meet the heroes, talk about their real names, their hero names, their powers, and what they're kind of facing and dealing with as we go into the grand finale of Sentinels of the Silver Age. Marvin, we'll start with you.
Right. So, I'm Marvin, and I play Richard Mandela's the Cloud Singer, protege of Skydancer from the previous arc. He has the powers of sound manipulation, as well as using the tech of his mentor, who is now captured. So, it's basically the title somebody who flies in the skies, who rules the skies, is now belonging to Richard, who now has to rescue his mentor from the evil tyrant.
Ooh, very intense. Next up is Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I play Troublegum, who is probably going insane right now. Due to a moment of truth mishap, too much power got flooded into me too fast, and my shape-shifting abilities have gone utterly out of control. I am now in the shape of a small town that is located beneath Sentinel City, and all of the construct people that live in it really want to go above ground and eat everybody, which I've convinced them to not do by convincing them that I am a god and that they've obeyed me for 10,000 years. So there's that. So that's fun.
And we'll see how that plays out very shortly. Eric.
Hello, everyone. I am. Sorry, wrong accent.
Irish accent.
So
Irish.
I am Agent Orange. Real name Clementine Meyer. And I'm playing off of the Doomed playbook. I have the powers of superhuman strength and the vitality absorption. Though with my Doomed powers, I do have quite a few more powers at my disposal if I'm willing to march a little bit closer to that Doom. Which I'm going to do quite a bit today.
Well, this is the time for it. After that, we have Nick.
Yep, I'm Nick. I'm playing Flair, also known as Alan Rayner, also known as, whose real name, as we found out last episode, is Azrin Tialia. He is an outsider, an alien, technically, from the planet Sikaris. In case anyone missed it, his real form is a humanoid wreathed in flame.
Flame on!
Yes. So, and he is also a fairly recent recruit to the Meteor Marshals, which are sort of a
Galactic peacekeepers, I would say.
kind of Green Lantern-esque kind of group. So, yeah.
They're
And kind
very
of,
needy.
that's true, and they're leading the not that successful resistance against the tyrants.
Yep.
And then finally, we have Michael.
Yes, I'm Michael, playing Jason Phineas Argyris, also known as the Olympian. We're playing out of the Legacy Playbook, and he has divine armor, some magic weaponry, a little bit of mythic might, legendary speed, and some godlike beauty. Other than that, he's just kind of grown into his own power set and going from there.
All right, so in our last episode, throughout this arc, our heroes have been tracking down, dealing with a device known as the Fang, a mysterious artifact, triangle shape that gives infinite power and corruption to whoever wields it. But now the Fang's former owner has come to claim it. He's called the Tyrant, a powerful galactic conqueror who sits at the head of a galaxy-straddling fleet. He's got entire alien races enslaved at his evil will, and now he's conquered the Earth. He landed, took captive most of Earth's heroes. The entirety of the Society of Sentinels was pretty much captured, except for a few escapees. They made it out. They picked up some friends along the way, saving them from the tyrant's robotic death legions. And they all escaped through a gummy hole to Troublegum's town. So Troublegum,
Yeah.
you would like to kind of describe what Gumsville... I think we described it a little bit, but describe what it looks like, and then let's play the song.
So Gumsville is entirely pink. Oops, the song already started.
Oh, okay. Are they playing...
Are we waiting?
Well, yeah.
It's a short song. I mean,
Okay, sorry. It's not that loud though either, is it?
I thought it was like going on... Maybe it's loud for them, but not for us.
I have no idea.
Is it being played loudly for...
The audience is hearing great stuff.
Excellent.
So basically, yeah, it's it looks like hold on, I shouldn't be doing it in character voice. It looks like the Back to the Future set, like the town square, except everything's pink. And everybody pretty much looks like Troublegum. Like the mayor is Troublegum, but with a mustache and a sash that says mayor, which is, of course, also all in pink. How they're getting light down here, I don't know, but they are. And right now they are all inside of the city hall, which is Troublegum's sort of main. It's where she is living. It's sort of like she's the brain on the pedestal there. If I can use a wrinkle in time analogy. So that's where you guys find yourself, is you're in front of a statue of Troublegum that says God underneath it.
That's creepy.
Yeah, you know, I think sometimes that maybe I'm losing my humanity. Do you think?
Sometimes.
Yeah, kind of.
You think so?
A little bit.
A little bit. That's okay, I guess.
I mean, no offense, but look at everything.
Just taking the blow, maybe perhaps realizing that she's very, very far from human indeed.
Yeah.
It's not that bad not being human.
Use that a comfort and support?
I'm actually going to do a
not
pierce the
really.
mask on him.
Oh, okay. Roll for it.
Oh yeah, I'd roll well.
What do you want to know?
I want to know if you have any ill intentions. I don't even know if that's an option.
Well, it's just how can I get your character to? I can see, like, reveal if you have ill intentions or not, maybe.
Oh, how could I get influence over you? How about that?
That's a good question. Gain influence over me.
I know, we're kind of hearing that.
They're singing it out on the streets over and over again. It sounds like they're eating somebody
It's
else.
on loop.
Yeah.
They only sing that when they're,
When they're eating someone?
yeah.
I think it's probably gonna take a while to get like true influence over me, because first and foremost, I'm trying to find a better place for my people.
Oh, we happen to have a new city that needs people.
Yeah, if people want to get assimilated.
It's got, they're kind of, it's populated. The government
Actually, I feel like his people would be really hard to assimilate because they're made of flame. And what's your...
I'm the only
what's,
one who's truly made of flame.
so the rest of them would get assimilated then. That's good to know.
Great.
And I turn to you and say, what's your deal? And you don't have to tell me anything because I failed that.
Are you just trying to fast track your
Yes, I'm just trying to...
Just trying to get there. Well, don't worry, our cues are coming very soon. So 3 individuals came down with you. You rescued them. It's Faffy, the Dragon Man. Katie Kong is there as well, who's looking very worried about all this gummy situation.
Yeah.
And then taking it all in stride is, of course, Pigeon Prince.
Why is he there?
Cat, are there any gum pigeons he could, like, befriend?
If they've assimilated any pigeons, then there are gum pigeons.
I would say they have at this point. These pigeons are everywhere.
Do you
He's
want-
like, yes, these little pink friends will soon join my aerial menagerie of crime.
Oh, this guy.
You want to be real careful with anything down here about gaining their affections.
Duly noted.
I'm
Also-
trying my best to control them, but imagine trying to control like multiple thousands of minds at the same time.
He's like, I'd do that, but then again, they're all pigeon minds, so it's spectacularly easy.
Let me ask you, when your pigeons go out of control, do they eat everybody in the city? Is that a word you have?
They sort of they peck vigorously. That's about it, though.
Any chance I was able to bring any of the hacked robots down with me?
Ooh, you know what? Roll superior, and we'll see if I'll just do a simple. If you succeed, you did. You got 1 or 2.
Yes.
How'd
that
you?
is going to be a 9.
Okay, I'll say you got 1 now.
Cool. I have a pet robot.
Yes, you have to get one of those, the
Level
death
Pet
box
robot.
that the tyrant brought
Would
with
you mind
him.
if I altered it a little bit?
What do you mean by alter?
Use some of my planet's technology to sort of enhance it a little bit.
As long as you can give it like saw arms or something.
I can give it a shot.
It already has it's got 1 buzzsaw arm, then 1 like ray
I
gun
might
arm.
be able to
Hey,
give
Katie,
it
how's
some
it
plasma
going?
abilities.
Oh, it's okay,
Have
but
fun with him.
I gotta say, this gummy copy of like Sentinel City down here
Alright, let's
It's weird.
try this.
You think it's weird? I tried to make it as normal as I could.
You just
but-
blowed up.
I think the more normal you try to make it, the weirder it is.
5, so I
Oh, do you
failed.
think I
5?
should make it strange?
On a miss, the dice works, but it has a completely.
I'm gonna have to pass. I'll have to give that one a little bit of thought.
So I tried to use alien tech, but I failed. So it works, but it has a completely unintended side effect that the GM will reveal when it is used.
All right, I'll let you know when that side effect comes into play.
Lovely.
You succeeded. You altered it just like you wanted to. The robot's fine.
Exactly.
It's perfectly fine.
You
Don't worry
also
about it.
a new addition kind of enters City Hall. It is Pavel Plump, the chocolate egg boy, who you saved from Billy Acknow's island. He's been hanging out there.
Is he pink?
No,
Okay.
he has maintained his chocolate. Whatever.
Does he have a gooey, gummy center?
He's a caramel center.
Oh.
He's
Yeah.
chocolate with caramel filling.
They don't have any interest in candy people.
Yeah. He's like, so he comes in and he says, well, ladies and gentlemen, it is very good to see you under the somewhat dire circumstances. 2 Gumlanders come behind him who are carrying a radio. He says, I have been in communication with some of your friends, with your mother in particular, Mr. Flair. I am having a little bit of a new identity for myself. I am now Pavel Plump, the chocolate egg brain of the resistance.
Interesting.
Well, somebody's got to do it.
That someone will be me. He has no hands, but he kind of hops up and down excitedly.
I did not realize you didn't have hands.
So he's a legitimate egg. Okay.
Yes, he's an egg. He kind of like rolls around. He sort of waddles
I
everywhere.
thought it was like a Humpty Dumpty situation.
No, he's Humpty Dumpty minus the hands and arms. Oh yeah, it sucks. If I have an itch on my back, forget it. It's horrible.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
start
Paul-
scratching him with my staff.
Oh.
Pavel, even
Tears of
though,
caramel right down. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Kat?
Pavel, even though they're not going to eat you or nothing, I can probably get you some legs and arms just to stick on you.
Oh, I would love that. But
You're going to have to talk to them to get them to do anything.
okay. Well, it's better than nothing. But at the moment, I have more pressing concerns. You 4 or 5 will be my limbs.
He has a hard time counting.
I will be. German is my usual language. English is a second language for me. All right.
Oh, I know. Fear and Fumf is very close to it.
Exactly.
I learned German in the. It's weird. Never mind.
Yes.
Forget it. No, I'm not feeling good.
Anyhow, bad news. Society of Sentinels has fallen. I'm afraid all of Earth's governments might soon follow. The tyrant has taken over almost all of Sentinel City.
Also, because we don't really need the governments. I mean, we're not really doing anything useful, are we?
Well, he's replacing it with a government of his own, in which your entire species will be in chains.
Alien. I consider myself more of an anarcho-capitalist.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. How bizarre.
If you don't mind, I mean, we could assimilate you, and then I would know what that means.
How about no?
Yeah.
Pavel Plump says, but there is still hope. I've been communicating with your mother. Together we have devised a 2-part plan that will topple the tyrant, a last-ditch effort. Sentinel City Park, where he landed, he is now transformed into the capital of his evil empire.
That's fast work.
Seriously.
Well, he's got it down to a science. He's conquered so many planets.
So, yeah, conquered our planets. This is my first time conquering. I mean, nothing.
Just for clarification, is the brain on the pedestal speaking, or
Well,
are you,
it's actually a
Trouble
statue
Dumb
of her.
actually physically there?
No, there is a statue on the pedestal talking to you right
Okay.
now. It's not actually a brain. It's
Gotcha.
a statue of her.
Right, kind of in the place of the brain.
Yeah.
So,
I was just trying to do a Wrinkle in Time analogy.
timely, even though the movie was just released.
Very good movie, by the way.
Oh, cool. Got to see that one. So Plump says, Step 1, you must enter the landing area. That is where the landing craft of the tyrant is. He is not there, but what is there are your heroic friends.
Oh, good.
Trapped. You must find some way in. He has fortified the entire park, placed his army there. You must either fight your way in, sneak your way in, I don't know.
You could probably sneak in with my trap.
It's
I mean,
possible.
there's that. I can open up a portal into basically anything.
True.
Well,
There's that
you have to
too.
fight your way onto the lander, overcome the guards in there, and take it over, freeing your heroic friends. Then, you must take control of the lander and bring it up, out of the atmosphere, and into the Tyrant spaceship. You may be able to mask your approach, he might be waiting for you, but you can use the lander to get aboard. And this is where the plan gets really dangerous! You must bring the Fang with you. Mr. Flair, your mother, Shawnee, she says that when the Fang reaches outer space, the Tyrant's flagship will send out a signal. The original owner will hear that signal. The meteor marshals will be nearby in one of their command comets. They can amplify the signal and send it out into space. Whoever really owns the Fang will come and claim it. Hopefully, he or she or it will be better than the Tyrant.
Also more benevolent.
More benevolent. He certainly
So-
can't be less benevolent.
We're working with the idea that some sort of benevolent being has made a weapon of unstoppable evil.
It could be a weapon of unspeakable evil. It could be something else entirely. The Tyrant simply used it as a weapon. So, go on to his... And also, the Tyrant is there on his flagship. You can find him. You can defeat him. And
So-
by then, the Fang's owner may have come.
So what are we supposed to do with this in the meantime? And she has the Fang on her because Blobby was the last one to be holding it. So now
Ooh.
she's the one holding it.
Hold it close. Don't let him, the Tyrant take it. Do not fail, but take it with you in your attack.
Okay.
Do we have any idea of the tyrant's powers, abilities,
Put it in
technology?
yourself.
Yeah.
Infinite, almost.
That is literally nothing.
Have you seen the things that I can do? I think Tyrant can do that quite a bit more Tyranty.
So he's even more orange, ancient orange?
Pavel Plump says, "Look, my
Not really that orange.
But my entire suit is orange.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're not orange.
skin-wise, perhaps."
So do you need me to get some like body painted in here?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying you're not particularly orange.
Well, I ate an orange this morning. Does that count?
I mean, I guess you're agent who likes oranges and wears orange.
Can we please stop talking about Agent Orange's sartorial choices here when the fate of the planet is at stake?
What's wrong with my sartorial?
I'm
choices?
sorry for interrupting.
Anyway, I'm impressed with the use of sartorial when you can't get 4 and 5.
Katie Kong is holding at one of her hands. Excuse me. I want to help. And Pigeon Prince says, "And I will help as well." Katie Kong, she says, "Look, I have, the mob of Banana Town. I can get word to them. If there's some way we can help, let us know." And Pigeon Prince says, "And my airborne army shall come to your aid."
I don't really know if I want to. You realize you're a bad guy, right?
Is he?
Not a particularly threatening one either.
He's like, "Hey, everybody considers themselves the hero of their own story."
Yeah, but you're wrong.
Well,
Also,
Pigeon Prince never turned into some weird alien thing and told us all to go screw ourselves, so he's up at least one member of our,
Well, if I still had my zapping stick, I'd zap him, but,
Pigeon Prince
someone took that
says-
away
I
from
mean,
me.
he
No.
wants to help.
You got too into it, man. It's disturbing.
The thing is, he wants to help, right?
Besides, if some tyrant conquers this planet, over what will Pigeon Prince reign?
So they have alien pigeons.
Well, I will be in control of them. I will be in chains like the rest of humanity. So that puts us on the same side, along with perhaps other villains.
Well,
I feel like a Pearson mask is in order.
Well, you might want to save that because with that, some Gumlanders kind of run in and being like, "Mayor, God, something's coming."
Mayor God.
They're kind of was that a Mayor God or was it Mayor comma God? Which would it be?
Governor God.
Governor God. Wait, so Governor God or Governor comma God?
Or just Gigi.
GG, something's coming.
What's happening? Why'd you enter my presence?
At this point, the ground outside starts to shake, and a drilling underground vehicle bursts its way through the ground. It's like his tank treads, big drill at the front. It lands in the center, and you can see the spider insignia on the sides.
That would cause the town to start singing to them.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
The song's going off again. Tarantula comes out, and as all the Gunlanders are singing, he's like spinning around, aiming his weapons, and a hologram of Weaver, the head of Spider, is projected as well, being like, "What is this?
They're not gonna
What is
start
going
saying-
on here?"
This is Gumsville. What do you want with us? Your little metal friend's safe. They're not going to eat metal. No carbon, you know?
And that's very gratifying to hear. I've come to
They're still going to sing to
this. This thing's making them stop singing.
And out in the town, it's like a whole musical number.
There's a very good explanation for
This
all
is
of this.
infuriating.
Good.
You actually get kind of used to it.
Yeah, I mean, you hear it a lot. I mean, they're going to be disappointed because there's nothing to eat.
Anyway, I have come to make a very special offer. An alliance.
No.
You didn't even hear the offer. I mean, it wasn't, well, an alliance is kind of it.
Also, you don't
Anyway,
speak for Gumsville.
if the tyrant conquers this planet, spiders on that planet, it cannot be. I have at my command gunship armies ready to fly. Use them how you will, and we can perhaps set this world free. What do you say?
I think that this is a time for former enemies to be friends.
My thoughts exactly.
At least for the time. You're still going to jail after all of this is over.
I would like to
we
use
shall
my.
see.
I'm going to use my Dark Vision's power, Mark of Doom.
Okay.
I probably already know the answer to this, but I just want to know: is Spider going to betray us?
If the opportunity arises, they will. But
So yes.
yes, but he's honestly telling the truth about wanting to protect the planet. Because if the tyrant conquers the planet, like, he's on that planet.
He's just an opportunistic a-hole.
He is an opportunistic a-hole.
Look, honestly, right now, I'd be willing to work with Billy Ack now. The spiders a step up from them. In fact, honestly, I'm composed of several of your people. So,
That's rather alarming. And you can see one of the Gunlanders, or a former Spider agent, is like, "Hey, boss." So,
so that could be swaying my decision. Sometimes it's hard to separate my thoughts from theirs.
perhaps. So, what is your plan? How can Spider assist you? And Katie Kong and Pigeon Prince are there as well. So, what are you guys thinking? How are you going to get? You maybe have one of them do recon. You want to kind of see the situation, or maybe one of you guys could do it.
I mean,
And then, what is your plan to get in there?
Does one of you want to be in charge of these spider people? I'd feel a lot better if one of us was in control.
I mean, I could do recon with my ship, so I'm pretty sure with the chameleon plating, it should be fairly easy to do. Like,
All right.
And I can be mindful of my surroundings.
So do you want to work with the spiders?
go for it.
Yeah. You know, I'll keep
Probably
an
have
eye
more
on that.
leadership ability.
All right. So the gunships, they'll come out of your order. They put the radio codes into your helmet.
Good luck. I
You kinda
always really
command their
admired
airstrike.
you.
Like Struggle.
Flare.
You've been
You-
a very good, but also very weird friend.
I didn't ever mean to be weird.
But weird is good.
Thanks.
This is all heartwarming. If I had a chocolate heart like Papa Plump, would be melting. Flare, give me an unleash your powers for this flyover.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
10.
Okay. You do it. So you see they've turned the entire park into like an armed camp. They've got a big laser fence all around the outside. Inside you can see there's like large attachments of the death bots marching around. They've got some giant insects they managed to corral and take control of. They've got a whole bunch of magnivores as well, kind of being like the cannon fodder advanced guard who are encamped there too. And at the center of all this this force, you see the landing craft. It's like about the size of a small skyscraper, just plot down, big gangplank leaning inside, and that is where the prisoners are being kept.
I just had an idea. I do have shapeshifting. I could shapeshift into one of the guards, and we can do like I'm bringing in more prisoners kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, I should say, Maggie the Magnivore, he's with you guys too.
Yay,
So
Maggie.
you do have one Magnivore on your side, and also remember, like, these Magnivores, they're kind of like slave soldiers. You know, they've served the tyrant, but it's because he's kind of holding their entire people hostage.
So, I do have another suggestion. I can swallow the whole lot of them and bring them down.
Well, wouldn't you also swallow the prisoners?
Well, sure. I mean,
Yeah, no, I don't.
No.
I don't have to kill them. I mean,
Oh, we're not going to let you eat the great heroes of the last generation.
I'm not going to eat them. I'm just going to eat the rest of everything.
You do have to keep the lander intact, because that's what's going to fly up into the flagship.
Oh, well, then never mind.
So how are you going to get through that laser gate?
I'm just trying to think of situations because I'm so hungry all the time.
Can be mindful
God.
of my surroundings.
Okay, what does that one do? That gives you an extra question, I think?
Yeah, even if I miss.
Sure.
So,
Yeah. You might need that one.
10.
Ooh, cool. This is first half the situation, right?
Yep.
Alright, so you can ask 2 questions.
Alright, what here can I use to free the prisoners?
Ooh, okay. Well, first you got to get into the lander.
Okay. So
I actually might
maybe
be able to help with that.
it's a better question. How best can we get? Well, how can we?
Turn off the laser grid? maybe?
Yeah. What can we use to turn off the laser grid?
Ooh, okay. You can see they've set up a generator inside. They've got some Magnivores, some robots guarding it, but that's what's powering the laser field.
Okay. What here is the biggest threat?
Ooh. I would say it's the death bots. Like, these are the ones that are actually loyal to the tyrant. They do his will. Because they are robots with no minds of their own.
Okay, so it's not Spider.
So are there
no.
some things
This-
that aren't robots? Are there some things that you would run in fear if they were scared?
The Magnivores, so they are warrior people, so...
The sun people?
What was that?
The sun people or whatever they're called?
The Solar Guard are not
Solar
being
Guard, there
used.
we go.
Yeah, they're not being used for this one.
Ah, okay.
So how
They're a little more
can we
elite.
best end this quickly?
I would say if you can get the Magnivores on your side, because there's tons of them, they outnumber the robots.
Ah, so an uprising. And last question. This or this? Which one?
I think I've got.
What here is the great? No. What here is in the greatest danger?
Oh, it is, I would say, your heroes. They're in the lander, they're prisoners, so when it happens, like, the whole lander could take off, taking the heroes with it. So saving them quickly is definitely your main objective here.
Alright.
Getting aboard that lander fast.
Lovely. I can get into that lander. But I don't know if I can bring any of you with me.
Are you talking about like teleportation? Because I can easily teleport.
So what are my moves? Portal. Mark your doom track to appear in a scene with anyone you want. I happen to know who is in there with the prisoners, so I can appear in a scene with them.
Oh, that's true.
But I would be in prison with them.
So you could portal in, but you wouldn't be disarmed.
Can I, if we're talking about zapping into a prison, I mean, I don't know, do they use bars or do they use electricity? Like, what kind of thing do they use?
We haven't had a chance to see, so...
Yeah, the lander's all indoors. You can't peer in there.
Because if it was bars, then I could portal in easily and get around that. But if it's electricity, that's not gonna...
Well, I mean,
Well, are we under it? Are we under it? Are we
lander?
under them?
We are under them.
Could we just go to where they are?
tunnel up through the earth.
Yeah, that was what I suggested before, but everybody was like, no, we need the lander.
Well,
We're not going to eat
Don't eat it. Just bring us.
But I want to eat it.
you can tunnel into the park, not the lander. Lander's got like a solid steel
Okay.
floor, so you couldn't just.
Well, then I can tunnel us into the park without any problems, and then we can get the Magmavores, I think, fighting the robots with a few simple mind control bits. I mean,
Or-
sooner or later their brains are going to get eaten out with gum, but you know, in the meantime,
Maggie's like, yeah,
No.
for victory,
yeah, like him.
Yeah.
So,
Oh dear.
glory to
Or he
Jersey.
can help us convince them
Yeah.
to fight for us.
okay. I mean, either way.
We do have one on our side.
And you can consume the giant insects.
They will join us or die.
Oh, is that a possibility? Can I eat the insects? What's happening?
I I don't see anyone having a problem with
Go
that.
for it.
And Bugs Ricky. Go for it.
Okay.
Do you
well,
have room for 50-foot tall, like, insects in Ghostville?
You just make more gum. wouldn't you?
It's always making more gum.
I'm always digging out more room. I'm always making more gum. Actually, it's a real problem, and it's scaring the crap out of me. But you know, whatever.
Jason's
You
going to
could
take a moment
always
to
stop.
walk to
No, but I can't stop. You see.
the trouble
It's
gum and
like-
talk to her.
Have you ever tried to completely stop eating? Like, or stop breathing?
Trouble gum, I think Jason's trying to say
Yeah.
something to you.
Hey, trouble gum. Look, what this is, what you've done down here is truly remarkable. All right, knowing what I know of just all the mythos of all those who came before me, whatever you have is whatever you make it. When Hades was cast out, he could, and he did for a while, try to go back to Mount Olympus. But after that, he realized the dead needed somewhere to go. And he rules over them. And he actually has the Elysian Fields down there, which is paradise. So not just because some situation isn't favorable, doesn't mean that it can't work out in your favor. And with that whole thing was a comfort and support.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So 11.
So what's that
So
mean?
you get to, if you open up, it says that on a
You can
hit,
mark potential. You
Oh,
clear
does
you
it-
hear what I'm saying, and you can either mark a potential, clear a condition, or shift a label.
I'm actually going to clear a condition
If you
because she
open
was
up the-
feeling insecure and bad about herself.
Oh,
Plus,
nice.
you can also add a team to the pool.
Oh, and yes, I add a team to the.
Or clear condition.
Well, I don't have a condition to clear at the moment, so I'll add it. I'll just add it to the team pool.
So we have a team point.
That's right,
This
and
is what you make of it.
it's a dangerous foe, so we got 2 already in there, so you got 3 team points right now.
Nice.
So, okay, so what's the plan? Because honestly, despite the fact that I have to pretend I'm a god with these people, I don't know what I'm doing. So, if somebody's got a game plan,
Well, I mean, how attached are you to them? Have you thought perhaps maybe suicide mission into a landing ship, maybe?
I mean, I can totally flood it. That's not a problem.
I say we
Let me-
lead an army of gum people into the tyrant spaceship.
You want me to illustrate, like, that they will do whatever I tell them, or you just won't believe me?
Yeah, I mean, they're your people.
Well,
Go for it.
not so much my people as they're me, and a couple of spider agents, some squirrels, birds, etc., etc. But
Pigeons?
pigeons. I mean, so yeah. I mean, it's weird. Whatever. Yeah. No, we can attack. That's fine. I mean, it can be a giant bubblegum wave.
Yeah, you can sort of use that as a distraction while we sort of covertly
I mean,
get in.
I can put on a really terrifying display.
So use the gun people as a distraction. Agent Orange teleports into the ship. We use the spiders also as a distraction with the gun people. You guys are okay with that, right?
We'll do what you ask for now.
Okay, cool. We also use the Magnetars. Well, this one we have.
We have 1 so far.
Yeah,
we need
but
to
which
convince
one-
We have one
Yeah.
Magnetar, we have one robot. Who has a weird modification that we don't know yet.
So we can send them in as backup.
What could go wrong?
And
So let's do
convince
it.
The rest of the Magnetars
So-
to side with us, get the ship in our control, then fly it up, kill the tyrant, and we save the day.
So the first thing is a terrifying display of force, right? That's
Yes,
what
let's
we
do Troublegum's gum army attack first.
Okay,
So kind of describe what that looks like.
what happens is, they're all milling around up there taking prisoners and whatnot, and all of a sudden there's like a giant geyser of gum that bursts out in the center of everything. Like whipping around, grabbing people, pulling them under, just attacking literally everything other than like the good guys. Like if it's an alien, it's getting attacked. If it's I guess we said specifically the insects, so it's attacking the insects, but doing
Okay.
it in like a really terrifying way to freak out like everybody else that's looking.
All right, so let's roll that terrifying move.
Okay, cool. So that's be the monster when
Yeah.
you frighten, intimidate,
Lovely.
or cow others or your monstrous form. Roll plus freak. So that is 13.
Whoa. It's terrifying. The Magmavores would usually be rushing into battle, but like they're holding back.
Yeah,
they're just terrified, in awe, frozen while this is going on.
Yeah, it's like the ending of the Blob, one of the things like as big as a city. It just keeps coming and keeps yanking things in, and like they get dissolved in horrible, gruesome ways because I'm making sure to dissolve them from the inside out. You know.
Yep, those giant ants, they're gone.
Right, and then
pour one out for the giant ants.
And then they're coming back as gum giant ants and attacking the other ants.
Who are then eaten.
Yeah, and the robots are getting smashed apart or devoured too, disintegrated.
I mean, yeah, because the robots can't be incorporated, but they can be destroyed. So.
Okay, Eric, snap your portal.
So I'm going to go ahead and mark the doom point. I would like to appear in a scene with Marshall Merman because I like him.
Okay. Or Monarch Merman.
Monarch Merman, yes.
Okay, so you pop in. All the heroes are in like kind of 2 rows of cells. They don't have bars, but it's like kind of a glowing electric doors are in front of them. Mm-hmm. And they're sort of levitating in stasis a little bit. Okay. But Monarch Merman is still conscious. He's a giant, monstrous, hulking fish man, clad in the royal raiment of the Atlantean court now. And he's looking down and says, hello there.
Oh, well, it seems you're in a bit of a jam. Oops, wrong accent again. But
No, I do like that accent. A pickle, I would say.
Well, why don't we get you out of here?
Well, I'm afraid this gate doesn't exactly open from the inside.
Well, I do actually have something that might be able to help with that.
Oh?
So, I'm going to start charging up my burn, and we'll see how terribly this goes for me. Not too bad, actually. 8, 9. So I have 3 burn? Yes.
And you mark a condition, I think.
And I mark a condition.
Oh, which reminds me, when I did the Be the Monster, I marked the condition angry.
Right. So you gotta unleash your anger for that one?
Yeah.
So with my burn, I'm going to combine that with infinite powers and hacking. And overcharge to just automatically get a 10 plus on unleash my powers.
Nice.
And just shut everything off from inside.
Alright, those electric doors just flash off, the stasis fields kind of end, and a whole bunch of heroes drop down onto the floor and they are free. Alarms start going off and a bunch of robot jailers rushing to try and stop them. The heroes, despite being unarmed, well, Monarch Merman's never unarmed. He leads the charge and starts smashing through them. Skydancer, what are you doing? Cloud Singer, what are you doing?
That's alright. A lot of people make that mistake. But yeah, do we still have the spider guys?
Yes, they'll follow your orders at this point.
Alright. I look toward the mass of like gum and mayhem that's down there and say, alright guys, go for it!
Alright, as you command, a whole bunch of those helicopters, those gunships that have caused you so much trouble in the past are now on your side. They fly over and just start unleashing their rockets into the masses of robots, the few remaining insects, and blasting a path. They manage, some of them get taken out, of course, by lasers and rockets going up, but they take out that power, they take out the generator, and the electric fence, whoosh, flicks off.
Alright, everyone, charge!
So, Jason and Flair, you're going with them?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
With Maggie by our side, right?
Yes, Maggie's running in with you. So you're all charging in. A bunch of Magmavores riding on those fire-breathing lizards. They're kind of lizard cavalries charging out to meet you. So they're coming in, waving their clubs and pikes, their lances, pole axes.
They were sort of scared already from the...
They were definitely scared. It's like they'd rather attack 3 people running than the giant gum monster in the middle of the battlefield.
Sure.
They look like they're expecting an easy victory, though some are confused about the Magnivore on your side.
Yeah.
So,
Can I do a thing?
Sure, and then we'll have what these guys want to do.
Sure. I am going to burn a doom point to do a mind control on one of these people that's charging. And so now, well, provided I make my roll, we'll have another one on our side.
Okay, but there was like a there's like maybe 2 or 3 score of them. So
Oh, I know. It's
okay, but just to help even the odds a little bit.
Yeah, well, I don't think I can do mass mind control. I think it has to be one person at a time.
Okay.
Like, I don't think anybody's...
Ooh, maybe you gave him some ideas there at the mass mind control.
Well, not with mass mind control, something else.
Okay.
But basically one of them right in the middle of the whole group. So that
turning
causes
to kind of ruin their
chaos.
charge.
Yeah.
All right. So roll for that mind control for him. Maggie will get a brother.
It's true. So provided that that's using freak, it's 12.
Yep, he's on your side.
Yeah, so basically like a little, if one was looking really closely, a pink filament came off one of the giant ant monsters and drilled into his head.
And do his eyes turn pink now, or?
Yeah, I think that maybe that's a good effect.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I mind flared him.
And he just spins around and says, "Glory to Gumsville," and starts swinging his club into the surrounding magma force, disrupting their charge.
My idea was, since I have radical shapeshifting, I was going to basically make myself very large and put on this huge display of fire and light and sort of like gain their attention / fear and just be like, if you do not want to die and would rather rise up against your oppressor, now is the time.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is gonna be provoke, but you're gonna use plus freak to do it instead of superior. Because you're using your powers.
Superior is better than my freak.
Oh, alright, use superior,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Still a 7.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna say your team gains a critical opportunity. You're not totally swayed by this display. What do you think kind of messes it up? What stops them from being totally convinced?
That's a very good question.
They pull out fire extinguishers.
Well, they are made of fire.
Well, these guys, they eat like, they're not actually made, they're made of like scales. They just kind of eat fiery foods.
So they think it's a buffet.
Yes, they're magmavores, not magma worshippers.
Delicious fire.
I know, they're just like, buffet, telling us not to obey the tyrant? Even though Maggie's like, heed his words, fools! And the other one is like, Gumsville forever! They're still not super into it. So Jason, but they are paused. Maybe Jason can do something.
Jason will take that rather familiar club that it always starts out as, and will shift it into a lightning bolt.
Ooh.
And he looks towards the oncoming crowd without fear, standing tall. Well, because he's like 6'3",
Absolutely.
6'4",
An Adonis, yeah.
and will shout towards them, "Join your brethren that have seen the light, and rise against your oppressors," and point the lightning bolt towards the robots that are still being attacked by everything else in the background.
All right, so you do provoke.
All right, and what am I roll? That's
Plus superior.
plus superior. So that would be that would be a 6. No.
Hey, you got the potential.
Hey,
Potential.
Oh, did that get you all the way up?
That
Ah.
that unlocks my move.
All right.
Hey.
Cloud Singer, it's not going well. The Magnivores are not listening to these guys. They're charging in close now. What will you do?
Okay. I'm gonna try and get right in front of them, and using my powers, I'm going to yell, "Stop!" for all of them to hear, like in a big, booming, commanding voice.
Whoa. All right, give me Unleash Your Powers for that one. And Eric, you and the hero kind of see hints of this.
12.
Ooh, lovely.
Whoa, it's a booming stop. They come to a halt. One of the Magnivore captain's commanders, he's with like a big cape of kind of volcanic obsidian-looking fabric and a huge spear, pulls on the reins of his fire-breathing lizard, and he's like, Earth man, your friends put on light shows, electric shows, and expect that will sway us. But the tyrant has our planet under his control. If we fail to follow his commands, he'll destroy our world and all of our families.
What makes you think he won't do that anyways?
And you would stop him and save our planet?
We're going to save all the planets.
Ooh. Okay. I don't think I'm going to make you roll for it. Because at this point, they've been cowed enough by these two displays, and your stop was loud enough to convince them. So he's like, then the Magmavores will be your friends and allies. And Maggie's like, yes! Join the cause of victory! So now, the Magmavores rush into the robots and are holding them out and fighting. And the way is clear to enter the lander.
Alright, guys, shall we?
Hey, Troublegum, can I trouble you for a bubblegum rot, whatever those creatures are?
The giant ants.
No, the
Fire-breathing lizards?
Fire.
Yep. Giant lizards that breathe fire.
Everyone wants a pet.
They do make great pets.
Yeah, I can
sure we
get
could
you.
convince
You want it made out of gum?
Sure.
Like the giant ant is talking in her voice. You want it made out of gum?
Sure.
And the giant ant basically eats one of the and now you have a gummy lizard monster thing.
It just
Probably
pops out.
terrifying to see.
Oh, absolutely.
Hi, I'm your lizard.
What a wonderful voice.
Pops right on the back, charges along with the rest of them.
So, Eric, you're leading the other heroes. Skydancer, Athena, Wolfwoman, Monarch Merman, Professor Diesel, maybe a few others.
Lovely. Skydancer, you have a thing with the technology, right?
That I do.
Could you tell me where the generator is that's keeping that laser field going?
Oh, you guys already took that one
Oh,
down.
already took it down?
Yes.
Okay.
The airstrike covered that one.
Cool. Well then, he probably understands technology more than I do. I want to try and take control of whatever internal security there is. Or have him do it, right? Because I'm not particularly good at that.
Good idea. Leadership is delegating, so...
So, do you think you can take whatever kind of internal security they have and just, open the way for our dear friends that should be coming in anytime soon? And there's like explosions going on. That's like pretty soon.
Already on it, Dr. Janitor. He touches.
Dr. J.
He touches the walls, and he says, "I'll get the doors open. Also, right down that hall, up the stairs, there's an armory right above that. The control panels. That's where you fly this thing right back into the flagship
Lovely.
and take this baby home."
Cool. Are there any other people inside that I need to try and take out, or do the big adult heroes handle that for me?
They've smashed the robot guards that are close by, but you can tell there's more waiting in the guarding the armory and the cockpit area right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for these guys.
All right, those doors are open.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting at the as the gate goes out. Oh, it took you guys long enough.
It's not easy. It's not easy convincing an entire people to fight with you. Apparently.
Do you want that I eat this guy?
Wait, what?
No, not now.
Typical. He'll say directly to them.
You
Not
just
now.
let me know. I'll eat whoever you want me to eat.
Gotcha.
Aw. A friendship forged in bubblegum.
You know, I couldn't talk before. This is fun for me.
Oh, the lizard saying that.
Yeah.
Okay, just in with Troublegum's voice. Cool. So they're all going in. Has Troublegum assuming her actual guys to go in?
Yeah, I mean, Troublegum could be there. It's, she can really appear out of any of these constructs.
All right, cool. Cloud Singer, you have something you want to do? Or
What are we doing with the thing again? I forgot.
Basically, we're taking it.
Yes, we're taking it with you. If you're going up with us, the gun people, they're not going to run amok on the ground, are they?
That is a really good question, and yes, they probably will, and therefore I maybe shouldn't be here with you. I don't know.
Now, I think you would be, very, useful up there. I mean, you're a superhero and everything. Come on, do superhero stuff.
Yeah, I mean, wait, with you guys?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I want to. I mean, they're convinced that they should do my will. I think I can leave them for a couple hours without them reverting to eating everything.
I think
Just in case. How many spider forces do we still have?
the gunships are still, much of them are still hovering up in the air.
Well, they can't really come up to space with us, so we'll leave the gunships down here, watch the gun people, ground forces, come with us, and,
All right.
use our combined forces to take down the tyrant.
Not all the magmivores can fit inside, but a bunch of them ride their lizards or go on foot and join you. And with that, you guys can start heading up the stairs into the armory area.
Lovely.
So you guys make it up. There's kind of a big spiral staircase in the center. You go up, and there in the armory, all the weapons from the old heroes are there. Wolfwoman's guns, Skydancer's jetpack, maybe Monarch Merman has some cool Atlantean swords or something. And they start grabbing them to rearm themselves up. Up above, they can see that like the robots have barricaded the doors and getting ready to defend the bridge. Athena goes over to you, Jason, as she's taking down her spear, and she comes over to you, and she says, "I think I see a family resemblance."
Yes.
Now, I don't look anything like you, though.
Not you.
It's been a while, but hey, Auntie.
Oh, we contributed. That's nice.
Oh, my little nephew.
Not so
Well,
little anymore.
I know, it's good to see you've grown up. But I think you've got a little bit more growing up to do if you want to take your place on Olympus. I've been here for a while with these humans, helping them, watching them. But I've always been a little bit apart. Maybe it's because I burst out of a guy's forehead instead of a woman's womb.
That is a weird place to. Yeah.
Is that normal with your people? Sorry, this is the lizards.
I'm afraid, well,
It's not normal with my people, let's put it that way.
it's normal for my people. But you, Olympian,
It's a little odd.
Jason,
Business.
you walk in both worlds. Olympus, it's struggling more and more. There's fewer and fewer believers. We need someone like you on the ground to defend us, or I fear the worst will happen. She holds out her spear. Take this. It will never fail to hit its mark.
I'll spin it around. Thank you.
That's a nice spear,
I'll
boss.
put it to good use.
Now go up there, nephew, and kick some ass. So, how are you guys going to bust into the bridge? There's a bunch of those death bots already poised behind the door, firing their ray guns down the hallway. What is your attack plan to get in there and take it over?
Could I possibly create a giant, basically plasma force field around us to sort of protect us? But still have
sure.
some-
Okay, give me, let's do a defend for that one, because that would defend like everybody. If it goes wrong, take some ray gun blasts, so we'll see what happens there. Oh, and also that robot that you worked on is going with you too, so...
Well, straight roll.
Oh,
Nice.
oh no. Okay, so as you're charging up, who's the first in after him? You're taking a powerful blow, ray gun blasts into you.
My plan was actually to teleport behind them, so...
Ooh, okay, you just appear in there.
Well, I mean,
That's twice in a row, but I do.
Oh,
Snake
nice.
Yeah.
Double
Smart
potential. How do you avoid the ray gun blast zooming towards you, Flare?
Well, it's sort of a ray gun, so it's just sort of.
Yeah, just like a glowing ring of energy zooming towards you, burning the air.
It's pretty much it's plasma, which is pretty much what I am.
Oh, so it just doesn't really
Yeah.
mean much to you? Alright, just kind of take that shot, keep on going. Another one, I'm going to say...
No.
Agent Orange, you're taking the powerful blow.
lovely.
Another ray gun blast hits you. Trouble gun, you need to roll to teleport behind them?
yeah, I need to roll.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah, that's a 10.
Okay, so... You hop in behind them. How'd you do with the powerful blow? Agent
I'm
Orange?
going to. Shoot. I got a 7, 9.
Alright.
So
Gotta pick. You lash verbally, give ground, give those robots an opportunity, or struggle past them.
I think I might have to give them an opportunity here.
Alright.
I can't afford more conditions.
So what do you think happens?
I think I get knocked into, like, I end up getting knocked into a door, it opens, and there's more Doombots on the other side.
Ooh, alright. So there's more robots clogging the hall, waving their buzzsaw blade, trying to cut everything down.
But
Troublegum, you popped right behind them,
I
so you're
popped
in
up
that
right
bridge
behind
area.
them. And I filled up my Doom track. So I took bolster, mark your Doom track to use an adult move one time. I'm marking my Doom track to use wield your powers.
Okay.
And if that succeeds, my plan is to neutralize an opponent or threat. So that would be these guys that are right in front of me.
All right, roll for it, and I'll take out.
Yeah, I mean, that's plus freak, so it's
Oh, yeah.
it's a little confusing there, but it's 12.
All right.
So basically, that's a hit. Oh, I
How
get
do
to
you-
choose 2.
Yeah. Take hold of
so-
something vulnerable, create something useful, or neutralize an opponent or threat.
So I'm going to neutralize an opponent or threat, so that would be these people. And I'm going to take hold of something vulnerable. I'm going to take their guns and
nice.
start shooting them at the new robots that emerge.
Oh, cool idea. All right, you vaporize. So thanks to that, pretty much all the robots have been taken out, and they're blasted to pieces.
I totally meant to do that.
So now you guys have the ship.
guys.
It's okay, you're learning.
All you gotta do is send it flying back up. Skydancer says, all right, this ship isn't actually designed to be piloted by human hands, but we get a robot to pilot it, put it right back in the flagship.
As
And I
saying
see
that
you
I'm
brought
pushing
one
buttons.
with. No, stop, Dr. Janitor. Are you even a real doctor?
I never said I was a doctor.
He's a real janitor, though. That's what's important.
Just bring the robot here.
Seriously, old dude, you met him before. You know this.
So the robot waddles over and is under your control and starts taking hold. And this is when the unintended consequence happens. It blows up and it takes out like most of the control panels with it. So those are reduced to like ash. The robot's gone.
Okay.
And
Okay. Now the question is, can I use alien tech on alien tech?
you can, but it's going to be very difficult to do so, and it might end up badly. But you got to get that thing up fast because you can already see the tyrants definitely notice this takeover, and he's going to start sending reinforcements down.
You can help him with that, right? You know how the ship works.
I can give him some assistance. I'll try my best to help. But they're really like, there needs to be pressing buttons, and the buttons are gone.
Right.
Oh, and some new buttons.
I can't just pull buttons. What, you think the buttons on my shirt will work? Oh, you smart ass kid.
Is alien tech
Glad to see you again. by the way.
Let's roll and see what happens. Maybe you can use
It's a move. It's not power.
maybe you can use a team point for this if it's really bad. How is
That
that?
is a 3.
Mark potential.
All right, you can mark potential, and you guys do have. Do you want to use 3 team points, bring up to a 6, which might be something? You see, these are all your team points, but you can't use them all.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
The main thing is we need to get this thing up.
Yes,
Right.
into the air. Well, you got to have it land in the flagship.
Okay. So he and I can both do gravity manipulation.
Ooh.
If both of us do it, would that be enough to be able to control the ship even though the control panel's blown out?
Actually,
Oh,
Or I should probably roll and assess the situation in order to ask that question.
that's true. No, I think Flair might have something that could help, though. What do you what's
well,
going on, Flair?
I just leveled up, and one of the things, one
Oh.
of my advancements is I could take 2 new abilities from any playbook. So I could also take Dead State Control.
Oh, okay. So, all you guys can use your gravity, you just move it up and slam it.
Yeah, technically speaking, you don't need to answer my question because I failed very badly at that roll.
All right, so it might work. It might not. And nobody else can roll in the situation, by the way. Cat kind of took that one, ruined that one.
Oh, sorry, everybody.
So, are you going to try the gravity plan? Or Eric, you have something you want to add?
Yes, I think I'm going to use a Doom Point to get Technopathy here and see if I can fly the dang thing without buttons.
All right.
So that is how technopathy works.
I would assume, like Cyborg.
With my mind. So that's probably Unleash Your Powers?
Yeah, I'll say so.
Alright, so instead of doing that, I'm going to roll up my burn again.
Okay.
Because I'm better at that. Oh, apparently I'm not.
You guys do those 3 team points.
Well,
Still.
Sorry, I was going to just use technopathy, but I thought you guys were saying that you can't use technopathy.
I don't see why you shouldn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that was originally.
I could also take it as well.
Yeah, we can just pick up the ship and throw it at the tyrant.
So we're doing the gravity thing? Because, well, I'm going to say...
We could do gravity manipulation, and I could also take telekinesis, which might help as well.
Okay.
So do we want to just throw the ship at it?
I would say
Yeah.
Let's
if one
throw
of
the
us,
ship at him.
We are on the ship,
It's
right?
not really throwing.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
telekinesis. It's just sort of.
It's a guided throw.
Yeah.
All right, so let's have everybody. You 3 will roll Unleash Your Powers. Okay. And
just
you do
gonna
have those
cheer 'em
team
on.
points. So yeah, we'll see what happens. You guys, when the team points come into play, which they might need to.
So,
Free?
Yes.
we think I should do technopathy or gravity.
So
I'm gonna do technopathy.
Okay.
That was my original idea before I said the gravity thing, because I thought people were telling me the gravity thing would, or the technopathy thing doesn't.
Well, we'll see which one works.
If there's any way.
Flair, how'd you do?
9.
All right. Troublegum, how'd you do?
10.
Okay. And then Agent Orange.
So Agent Orange puts his hands on the Rex control panel. His eyes turn a bright orange as he's trying to interface with the technology, and he passes out.
Which is the point at which Troublegum just sticks her finger, which merges into the panel itself. And she's just communicating directly with it.
So I ended up marking all of my conditions. So I am out for this scene, depending on how you define that.
All right.
Dang, that's a lot of conditions.
Yeah.
Yep. Because
So I will say
failing
some-
on a burn is really bad.
Yeah. So someone's got to try and help this guy. Because you fly up, you do okay controlling it through space, you leave the atmosphere, then you see the flagship. I think I described it in the last session, but it's a humongous floating starship, almost like it dwarfs the moon. The moon's like in its shadow. It's huge, just this big kind of silver, looks almost like a giant broadsword hovering over our planet. You fly up, you're angling towards it, and instead of going into a neat little landing hole, slotting right in like it's supposed to, because you got that partial success. I mean, you got a good success.
I got it.
So you're
success.
landing on it. You're going to a space that's pretty good, which may be better for you than going to the actual slot where it should go. You go kind of onto the upper bit, which is where the Tyrant's palace is. So you're not going to like the bowels of the ship. You're going right to the top.
Oh boy.
And
Well, that's
you,
what we wanted to go.
I mean, it is, but maybe not this way because it's a rough landing. You smash all the way through. Troublegum and have you take a powerful blow
Okay.
because you're kind of melding with the ship as it's smashing
Yeah,
into
sure,
the flagship.
Actually, physically hurts me. Hey, that's a good time to fail. So 4.
All right. You crash
say
your
that
way
every
through.
Because we forget.
And the bridge, it's like just wedged into the top, which is this kind of huge glassy palace that's been built on the top of the starship. The door opens and you can hear footsteps pounding as the Tyrant's guards are racing to stop you. Outside you can see this hallway. It's like a maze of glassy glowing walls. It looks a lot like the Fang, but while the Fang glows green, you can see all kinds of different glows built into these walls. Very angular, very futuristic looking, kind of reflecting the image of the solar guards who are rushing to stop you.
Okay.
And so Eric is knocked out, but this is the next scene, so if someone wants to try and get him up and get him in here.
If it's the next scene, I heal one of my bosses, so I wake up.
Okay.
Well, during that whole trip, Jason will have talked to the lizard and said, you know, lizards are cool, but the three-headed Cerberus would be better. So that we could have,
Well, let me try to do that.
while she was also
Yeah.
Well, the Unleasher, it's a 9, so it turns into a 3-head Cerberus for like about a minute and then reverts back to a lizard.
Oh. So
try again
close.
later.
Almost there.
I did it, boss. It's hard to hold it because I've never eaten a 3-headed dog. But I'll work real hard for you. You'll see. I'll do it for you someday.
Does someone
Alright.
have a good comfort and support to try and heal?
Yeah, you guys still got time to do just that before these guards arrive.
Who has
Well,
the
I
best
was gonna say
mundane,
that, I was gonna try to
Well, if I
revive him by saying, if you have to look upon my beauty, how would you live with it?
figure out
Yeah, it
how
wouldn't
he's
work.
the best of humanity.
I
You
can
are the
actually,
best of humanity, Dr.
I
Janitor.
can actually comfort and support him by telling him what I most envy about him.
Ooh, awesome. All right, let's have Troublegum go for it. What do you say to him?
Dr. J, I know that life can be hard for you sometimes, but I've always appreciated your can-do attitude, no matter what
I
happens.
can do anything.
That's right. So you can pull yourself back together and go out there and kick this tyrant's butt. Because I admire and envy that about you. Your blind optimism in yourself.
Alright. What's the roll?
Yeah, roll for it.
I get to roll plus freak for that. Actually.
Nice.
So
when I
might be good.
When I say what I envy about somebody, I get to roll plus freak.
Nice.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that's 14.
Awesome. Clear those conditions.
How many do you get to clear?
Just one. So let's do insecure. Nope, guilty. So I don't have to make a sacrifice for you people.
It's a good choice. So outside, the Solar Guard are rushing in, and these ones are like the elite. They're wearing bejeweled, glowing armor, holding up their staffs as they rush in. These are the glowing kind of light beings. The old heroes, Skydancer is strapped on his jetpack and like readied a bunch of his like pistols and gear, and he kind of looks over you guys, and he's like, I'm getting old, son. Richard, I'm getting older. I think all of us are. It's time for a new generation to rise. We're not going to be around here forever. I mean, you guys have demigods, aliens, life-stealing monsters. I don't even want to know. I can't even describe it. Sound-controlling superhumans. I'm just a guy with a jetpack.
Oh, come and support your dad.
We need some new heroes. I think you guys
You
are
can be
in.
more than a guy with a jetpack if you want to be.
Don't you dare.
Not going to take you up on that offer.
Sorry, my stomach was rumbling.
We're going to go out there. We're going to hold these guys off. It's going to be a tough fight, but I think we'll pull through. But we're going to buy you time. Charge through this place, find the tyrant, use that thing to summon what help you can't. Defeat the tyrants. And end this.
Hey, you stay alive, old man. You hear me?
Thank you. He shakes her hand. Yeah. So he puts his jetpack on, zooms out into the mass of the Solar Guard. Monarch Merman leaps after him. Wolf Woman's charging in, firing her machine gun. They're battling the Solar Guard to a standstill, buying you guys time. It's like,
And try and take away their weapons with my.
It'd be nice to have
well, there's a lot of them. So
Hey, you know what? Let the geriatrics show off.
Do we still have some spider soldiers?
no, they're only in the helicopters.
I was
only
going
you.
to send them to die. I don't like them.
Well, they're down there.
They're going to betray us.
Wait, are you just sending them off to die?
Well, yeah, they're the bad guys.
Tell them to land where it comes from.
Kumquat.
So all
Just so long as some guys don't, like, nobody takes over the planet. Yeah,
No promises.
So, I digest the spider people, and then we send them out.
well, you kind of, you're already up here. They're all down on Earth, so
Oh, are they down on Earth right now?
yeah. Only you guys went in, and I guess some Magmivores went with you, but they're just kind of guarding
I'm
the
sorry.
ship right now.
It was a radio contact thing. Got it.
Right. So, you guys are charging down that hall while the battle rages. Mm-hmm. All right. You race down. You start going through this hall. It's kind of shifting back and forth. It's a maze with these glassy walls. How are you going to try and find your way to the throne room?
Echolocation.
Oh, interesting. All right, give me unleash your powers for that one.
Anything sound? I think I can do. 12.
Nice. Whoa. All right. You can tell there was a big recess, kind of at the upper levels. You start going there. As you do, the walls began shifting, and you can see the tyrant's face. This is the first time you can see it, really up close and
Oh, geez, you are ugly.
fair to say. He looks actually like one of those Roswell aliens. Like he's got one of those big heads, big eyes, but he's in like a giant kind of, armored suit. You can see a little bit of his upper body. He's sort of pale, yellowy green skin, huge, dark, ovoid eyes, tiny mouth, no nose. And he's glaring up at you, and he says, "Earthling fools.
Hey, I'm not an Earthling.
Fools! No matter what planet you are fools to come here into my own house and cause me such trouble. And look at this! You have brought the Fang, the dearest of all my possessions, to my side.
Well, it's not really yours right now, is it?
It has always been mine, and it will always be mine."
I don't think so.
He has an issue with sharing.
Doesn't it seem like it?
I am not the kind to share the galaxy with lesser.
Is he holding a staff like mine right now?
He is. Well, but you can't. You can see the kind of tip of it because it's really just his upper head.
Well,
He says, "The Fang over the years has given me visions, things that can be. I've used it to bring in creatures from other dimensions. Oracles, they were called. I think you knew one of them. I have made these walls out of their bones."
Oh, the only visions it's given me is your ugly face. So, we're gonna go find you.
Wait,
We're gonna come
what
kick
was
your
the
ass.
oracle?
that was DXG.
Oh, was it?
That DXG.
That guy was a jerk off.
Yes, it was. Thought it was cool.
You Earthlings are the true jerk-offs. Now,
So wait, did you use DXG to make this place?
I used some of his brethren.
Oh, you really should have used him.
Well, speaking of using,
If I joined you, can I go kill them?
he's like, "Let me show you what will soon happen to you, Troublegum." And you see a vision. Troublegum of the future. It is the Earth, and it's all pinked out. It's like the entire globe kind of from space, and it's all pink. And as you can the camera sort of zooms in, you can see city after city. Everything's covered in the gum. You can see there's some gumlanders misshapen, running around, creatures. Every so often you see a real animal or human just trying to run for cover, getting gummed up and absorbed. But there is only the gum in this future.
And the theme song.
Oh yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome to Gumsville. Just played on a loop
Non-stop.
endlessly over this
throughout the
over
world.
these pink wastelands that once were New York and Paris and Moscow.
Yeah.
Just that being played over and over again over the ruins. So that's what you see.
Right. Do other people see other things? 'Cause I won't.
They do. You're taking a powerful blow from this. If you think that is upsetting to you, which I think
It's
it
like,
is,
oh, that sounds great.
you're taking a powerful emotional blow.
Obviously, it's upsetting to her.
Yes.
Although apparently not that upsetting to her.
Oh, great. So you handle that one. How do you feel about it?
I mean, I can see it happening, and I'm terrified it's going to happen, and I want to stop it from happening.
Okay, Cloud Singer. You see a different vision. It's a bunch of heroes being led away by the police. They're like handcuffed. They're being shoved into squad cars, hauled out of the SOS headquarters. You can see soldiers, government agents, just like standing in front of SOS, big police tape going on there, like closed until further notice. As if you're seeing visions of a world where heroes have been outlawed. And superheroes just aren't allowed anymore. You're also taking a powerful blow, because this is like...
It makes no sense.
It
It's
doesn't make
safe.
sense. The people who so inspired you.
8.
Ooh, alright. You're going to have to choose one of those from that lower list. I can come back to you if you want to think about it for a little bit. You're all seeing one of these bad visions. Agent Orange, you're seeing something bad too.
What does Agent Orange say?
You see your home, Sentinel City, your new home, in flames. Just like riots going on.
Woo! Anarcho-capitalism!
I mean, I guess it's
Free
market! Yeah.
Rand Paul.
Yeah, there's just like, it's just a riot. Like, bricks are sailing through store windows, people are looting. It looks to be, and the whole city is kind of just looking dingier, dirtier, falling apart. It's a city that has lost all hope and is kind of consuming itself.
Alright, let's see how I weather this.
How do you do? Or which one do you choose in class while you're rolling?
I am now.
I don't care!
I mean, that makes sense, I
That makes
guess.
sense. You were pretty stoked.
It's very on
That's a
brand.
lot better. I am now angry and insecure because now I'm just thinking,
Mark your potential.
ungrateful sacks of shit.
That makes sense.
Wait, we are?
Huh? No, the people down there.
They are.
Those
I think I
people.
just said that out loud, but
Which
yeah.
is kind of odd because you're all seeing different things. Flare, you have a much bigger vision. It is the galaxy in flames. A galactic civil war perhaps similar to those who have watched Star Wars, which is about also a galactic civil war, is raging across the universe. You can see those command comments that the meteor marshals use, just riding out, being attacked by all kinds of different ships. You're seeing changeling ships, magma warships, Solarian ships blasting out with each other, engaging in boarding actions. It is just horrific battles out there in the galaxy as far as you can see. Whatever the peacekeeping mission the meteor marshals had has failed completely. So you're taking a powerful blow. This is like your family's life work just going down the toilet. How'd you do with that?
8.
Alright. You get to pick one from the lower list there. So you can take 2 conditions. Give ground and pause, just be wrecked by this vision to hold back. Or insult one of your teammates, maybe. We can come back to you if you want to look at it, because we still have Mr. Jason the Olympian left. He's also getting a doozy of a bad future vision. So you ready, Jason? Mm-hmm. Alright, you see Mount Olympus, and it's in ruins. These are the seats, these are the seats where the gods should be, and they're just all empty. All covered in just cobwebs and dust. The seats where the 12 Olympians are gone and forgotten. It's just dark skies outside. You can see some of their tools, like the lightning ball, the trident, just lying there, untended, uncared for on the ground, like something has just snapped away the gods, or they just don't care anymore, or nobody cares about them. And all those heroic stories that you cared about so much and inspired you just ended in dust and decay. So you're taking a powerful blow because of that kind of
And
sadness.
you said it would come from a greiter power than me?
I think so.
Well, in that case, I'm going to trigger the never give up, never surrender.
It probably would. How'd that one do?
You want to hide, right?
Yeah.
That's nice.
So
how'd you do?
On a hit, I stand strong and choose 1. So I'm going to go with I get an opportunity or opening against my attacker.
Ooh. So while he's expecting you to be doing your vision, you wake up and do something?
Yeah, I like that.
Get initiative?
You want to go for that one?
Yeah. Let's go for that.
Alright, so everyone else is kind of dazed and just dealing with these visions.
Well, anarcho-capitalism.
And he's just enjoying it. The free market run wide. Woohoo! No more big government telling us what to do. You see ahead. Oh, yeah.
I'm probably going to give ground. Basically, I'm just going to fall to my knees and just stay there.
Alright, so you're kind of pausing. You'll get over it in a little bit. But you see a passage up ahead. It leads into another chamber. A big kind of dome-shaped glass looking over the galaxy. And this is the throne room. And there you can see on his throne is the towering form of the tyrant. He's wearing a giant, his bulky form, he's like twice the size of a human, covered in jewel-encrusted armor of all sorts of overlapping cosmic metals, humongous staff, just waiting for the fang there in his hands. 2 big-time robot bodyguards behind him.
Wait, his staff is bigger than mine.
Oh yes, he's bigger than you.
I see.
Staff envy.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Yeah. He's a regular dark helmet man. He's sitting there on his throne, just glaring out, watching you. So, but the path is clear to him.
All right.
You're charging in.
Oh. Yeah, your teammates, they've all dealt with them. Some of them have dealt with them better than others, but they can follow in as well. So you're going for it?
So you said it's 2 robots? And
Yeah, 2 big robot bodyguards and the tyrant in the middle. This armored giant with that Roswell alien head poking out the top.
All right. Well, having failed earlier, I unlocked my moment of truth.
Oh.
So the Olympian charges forward towards the tyrant, and taking the newfound spear, as he enters, he throws it to the left while still charging at the tyrant. As he does so, the spear flies around in a circle and strikes both of the robots in one fell swoop.
Whoa.
Comes back around and lands in his hand as he stands in front of the tyrant at, let's say, 20 or 30 feet, holding the spear, and he commands him to stop, yelling, the next one goes through you.
Ooh. And those robots send out big bursts of sparks and just collapse. And the tyrant says, "Why hasn't your spirit broken, Earthman?
Because I'm made of something stronger than just Earthlings. I am made of all the gods that came before me. And you
made out of Earthlings?
will yield to their power.
Whoa! All right. He roars up and swings down his staff. Yeah. You're taking the powerful blow. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Do we wake up?
Yeah. I'd say. I mean, the vision's just like if you weathered the blows, you're gonna be coming out of him sooner or later. He's gonna be on his knees for a little while dealing with
What
it.
specifically was the
And I'm
language of
just
your moment of
pissed.
truth, if you don't mind my asking?
The language, it says I seize control of all my powers and defeat even impossible odds that are worthy of the name that I carry.
I would say so. Taking out those 2 robots made the fight a whole lot easier. So what are you guys doing?
Do you guys have anything?
I mean, Troublegum makes bad decisions. She's gonna directly charge him, and she, despite the fact that she's repeatedly said that she shouldn't be swearing, when she charges him, she says, "Welcome to Gumsville, motherfucker." Like gum tendrils shoot out.
All right, give me a directly engage.
And on that powerful blow, again, he'll never give up and never surrender.
You're
You know what?
standing.
Actually, I'm
Yeah.
gonna mark.
Sure, just roll 12s.
Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna mark Doomtrack to do the adult version of that move.
Okay.
So that's the overwhelm of vulnerable food.
He's not
vulnerable yet.
He's not vulnerable.
Oh,
just
he's
yet.
not? Well, then never mind.
Yeah,
Don't
save
mark-
that till a little bit later. But let's keep that in mind.
Well, I'll go with, for that, I rally from the hit, and it inspires the team, adding an additional team to the team point.
Okay, so you guys have 4 team
So it
points
could be
right
something
now.
as simple as
So
pulling his
when
shield
you-
up or his bracer and deflecting
Yeah,
the
just
blow.
catching that blow.
When you
Uh-huh.
declare that you're
I could
using
do this
key
all day.
points, Is it like after?
You can do it after a roll.
Okay.
Yeah, if you roll, if you were poorly, be like, I'm adding 2 or 3 team points, and then tell me how the
don't-
team helps.
I
you.
don't need to do that. That is a 12.
All right, what do you have to pick 2,
Okay.
and you are hurting him too while with each
Yeah.
blow.
Okay. I'm going to resist and avoid his blows,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to impress, surprise, or frighten him. Or I don't know. Can I take something from him?
You could.
I'm going to take that giant ass spear from him.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
going to resist his blows, and I'm going to take his giant spear.
All right, so you just how do you take the spear?
So basically, the tendrils are wrapping towards him,
Mm-hmm.
and it cuts into his hand
Ooh.
and just pulls his hand off with the spear like the whole kit and caboodle comes.
Whoa. Okay. So the hand comes free, and you can see just like an empty kind of metal sleeve
Yeah.
there. There's no. It was a glove you took out. It wasn't actually a hand. There were
Oh,
gloves. And you can see some kind of sparks flying out. of
Oh,
there.
okay, so it's he's like robot underneath.
Something like that.
Okay.
So he goes like, "You are stronger than the others, gum woman. I will still cut you now." And he just snaps his hand out, not his hand, and a big. That's what Mirai would do.
Luckily, I'm automatically resisting or avoiding his
Yeah.
blows,
So you're gonna so a big glowing electric blade of energy, like an energy sword, pops out of his arm. He swings at you, but how do you avoid it? Because you didn't get that one.
Basically, like my body just kind of goes around it. You know,
He
so it's
misses
like
that.
it cuts through, but it doesn't matter.
So Cloud Singer, you rush in now. He's got this giant sword in one hand, the other arm's been taken out. What do you do?
What's the layout of the room? Is it like surrounded in like glass or something?
Yeah, there's all glass, which is spaced outside. And there's one pedestal kind of at the far end for the Fang to go.
Okay.
You can see sort of like a Fang-shaped stand that I'm making with my hands right now, where the Fang would land.
All right. I'm gonna space him.
Oh, all right. So how are you doing that?
Break the glass.
You do realize your friends are in there too, and you
Oh,
are.
I'll survive.
They're good. I'm sure they'll be fine.
All right, Flair. We'll say, and you two charge in. You've overcome your depression at this point. You guys rush in as well to join us. So,
I'm so sad.
okay, give me.
I think I've cleared insecure, by the way.
Yeah, with this
Yeah,
decision.
that's crazy foolhardy.
This is a foolhardy, bad, crazy decision. Okay, give me a.
Boss, is he doing what I think he's gonna do? That's crazy nuts.
Okay, give me like a directly engage on
might need
the
to hang on.
glass. I think. I think, or the room.
And that's just a straight up 7.
Okay. So
all
you
I
have to
do
pick
it.
one of those, which is take something, which I guess is the.
The glass.
All right, you blow a hole. Okay, you blow a hole in the glass. Instantly, the vacuum starts sucking stuff out. Fancy bits of furniture go flying through the air. So you two rush just as happening.
How big is the hole?
It's not that big a hole, but it's enough to like ruin the atmosphere inside there.
Okay.
So,
It's
I'm
working
gonna
already.
say he's like his boots are clamping down, so he's trying to hold on. His cape is fluttering behind him, but it's very tough for him. He's definitely weakened by this.
So could I find something with my new telekinesis to throw at him to sort of knock him off his feet? And then at the same time plug up the hole after he possibly flies through it?
Oh, sure. But you gotta do one or the other.
Well, I guess we'll start with knock him off. Try to knock him off his feet.
All right, give me. You can use the pedestal to do that. Actually, where the fang would go.
So would that be unleash powers?
I'm gonna say directly engaged. You can like take his footing. I think.
That's fine. It's still 8.
Okay, gets pick one.
I will just take his footing from him.
All right, you just smash that pedestal into him. He lets go. He flies up into the air. Ah! You can see like jet boots and smaller jet propulsors, like old Baron Harkonnen from Dune, are kind of coming on. So he's sort of being held in there, but he's still in the air, out of control, flying towards that gap. However, you didn't plug up that gap, so you're being lifted up too. You're gonna take a powerful blow, unless you can find. If
I
you
can fly.
Oh, all right. Okay. Give me unleash your powers to fly. Agent Orange, can you fly?
I can if I need to.
Well, you need to.
11.
Whoa. So how do you describe your flying to avoid this vacuum?
Well, since I'm not really like worrying about like keeping up a human facade, basically the way that I fly is just kind of Iron Man-esque. It's just sort of I propel myself with my fire.
Ooh.
So it's just sort of yeah.
If you're on the lizard still, then you don't even need to worry about it.
Oh, well.
Just sticky.
I'm going to go with the flow. That's the inside. Get a chance.
All right, we'll have Agent Orange, then Jason again.
For Agent Orange, he's not going to try and fight this at all. He's actually going to jump into the suction and try and hit him further towards the hole.
Ooh, okay. So give me a.
So I'm going to be using my super strength here and trying to leap directly into him.
Yeah, this will probably be directly engaged. I think.
Lovely.
He's looking not so great at this point.
Oh yes.
Nice.
Boxcars.
Dang. All right. Which two are you picking?
So I think I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies, and I'm also going to impress him, because I'm going to shout, "I bet you wish you took that single challenge last time, didn't you?"
All right, you just slam into him, and his armor starts breaking away and coming free. And you can see this is, it's not a robot. He's not a cyborg. It's like power armor, and like a leg tears free, and it's just like all circuitry inside. So his actual leg wasn't even in there. An arm kind of starts ripping out. Lots of sparks are flying as his jeweled arm is falling apart. He's still holding on, trying to stab you with his laser sword. Let's have Jason and then Troublegum.
All right. He
But there's
will
definitely an opportunity is there.
pull the same pretty much move that he does, jump off the back of the lizard,
Whoa,
and use
okay.
the vacuum itself to propel himself forward and attack as well. And we'll see. Gonna do at the same time. We'll do fight the good fight, and he will pull his punches for that particular moment, so that he will be hitting a 10 instead of a failure. So
Nice. All right, so pick those two.
So he'll pull his punch. I guess the only thing I can't do is impress or surprise.
Okay.
But I can
Take his
go
other
with
foot.
take something from them, and I'll go with the remainder of his armor. And as he's doing so, he'll yell out as I said, he's pulling his punches. As he's pulling them all out of the armor, he'll say, if you only knew what I could be doing to you right now.
Whoa,
As he's
all
ripping
right.
the armor off piece by
So the
piece.
armor comes away, just a little bit of his left, and you realize that the tyrant, he's actually really small.
Very tiny.
Yes, he's got a big head, but like a body about the size of like a monkey. a very slim little alien body. So he was just kind of like riding this thing around like a giant vehicle. So the armor is falling apart. You can see this little body there.
Adorable.
What do you do, Kat?
Because we're still going.
Okay, first of all,
Yeah, as you're flying up towards that hole.
this is going to be the adult move because now he is vulnerable.
That's right.
She is putting the fang on the end of the spear. And says, if you want this fang so much, eat it.
Oh, no.
And she cuts him in half with it.
Whoa.
That's
All right.
at least if I roll.
Yeah, let's see what happens with that. For overwhelm a vulnerable foe.
Yes.
That's 13.
Whoa. All right.
So I'm going to say, yeah. I get to choose one. I'm going to say,
Actually, I think I'm going to choose this one.
Okay,
I'm going to
go
say you
for it.
cause serious collateral damage. The tyrant is done. The spear splits his head, pretty much like down to his nose area. He's got a pretty large head. Cut through it.
Is there another smaller person in that
Oh, I wish. He lets out a yell, and as the blow flies out, the entire dome is taken out. It just goes, and all of you are now exposed to the vacuum of space. So you're all kind of flown there. There's no air. You're not going to last long. You start feeling very, very cold. Then all of a sudden,
Cool.
not you. Maybe you're okay, but you need air to breathe.
My suit's technically a containment suit, so I have some oxygen.
Well, it's
I
not.
got my
I don't need
helmet.
air.
Divine armor.
You guys are all okay. So you guys are all floating. You're actually all
Still
okay.
stuck.
So you're all floating in the void.
This is more of a minor inconvenience.
I guess so. The fang breaks free of his head. It flies up. It goes into the sky, and you can see the stars are starting to change. They're moving and fusing in new ways, and a giant humanoid figure made of all these combined stars looms above you. It smiles with star teeth. There is one gap in the teeth. The fang flies right up, and it was maybe not so much a fang, but it was a tooth. And it pops into this being's smile, completing it. And this being says, you hear it in your heads, "Thank you. I am Cosmos the Infinite." That's Cosmos spelled with a K, by the way.
Please make it cooler.
I have lost this for a long time. This piece of me, it went into the hands of mortals and caused so much trouble. But now you have returned it. Thank you.
So does anyone else realize that he has a whole other row of super powerful artifacts? Just, in case anyone else is thinking about
We're
it.
not going to rip his teeth out of his
Why
mouth.
not?
No! That's just... No! That's
It
not...
would...
It cause even more chaos than has already happened.
But if it's in the right hands,
No,
preferably
there's
mine.
never the right hands.
It would warp and destroy you as it did him. And she points down at the tyrant. And perhaps one of your as well. And perhaps, and you can see one of his weird cosmic glowing eyes looking at you. Perhaps one of you, I think there was one of you who has changed and is transforming in a way that frightens them. Is that not so, Troublegum?
Yeah.
Well, she frightens us.
Well, I frighten myself as well. I'm
It is-
very worried that these powers I can't even remotely control.
It is because you are a different order of life than these simple beings here.
Ouch.
I will offer...
Well,
No
so is he.
insult was intended, Claire. I will offer you something new. Come with me, join me, and I will bring you to this, introduce you to this new order of being.
What about my children on Earth?
Yeah, because if she leaves them, they're going to start eating people.
They will, without the growth that is part of you, they will become smaller. They will still be there. They will be safe. But they will not grow and expand because your energy will have been gone. It will have been taken from this universe. You could call it death, but it is more than that.
The lizard raises its hand and goes, what about me?
It will still stay there in a fashion, but it will not have your sun to draw heat from. Like all children, they will have to grow up eventually without their parents.
Then I accept your offer.
Very good. Come with me, Troublegum. And extends its hands.
And she just kind of turns into a hand and moves towards him. I mean, she can.
Yeah, the two hands. It's like that. It's that famous Sistine Chapel, but with a giant star hand and a gummy hand.
You sure about this trouble?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
If a face appears, it's better than the alternative. I'm pretty sure this guy can keep the world safe from what I saw.
What did you
Might
say?
not be able to keep it safe from what I saw.
And what I saw.
Do whatever you think is best, and know that not all of us fear you.
Oh, covered sport.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if we're going to roll. I'm going to say she's supported. That's the last nice feeling Troublegum gets as
Oh,
her
the last
consciousness.
nice feeling she ever gets.
Well, it's the last feeling she gets, perhaps, period.
Oh,
Because her consciousness just drifts away, kind of this pink-colored, becomes sort of pink-colored stardust, and floats up to join the swirl of stars that is Cosmos the Infinite. And they both fly, and she kind of flies off into the universe. Cosmos looked down the rest of you, and she says, I will grant you one wish before I send you back. What
can I
would
get a
you
job?
have? Your old job as janitor is returning.
You know, I'm actually totally okay with that.
Reality is rewritten, so you were never fired. You're still the janitor at Sentinel City High. Cloud Singer, what do you pick for your boon?
Can I arrest the head of Spider?
Oh, she says it will happen in time.
But you said it's a wish.
Your wish will come true. I did not say when.
You jerk.
Big smile again. Kat, are you going to say something?
Oh, the lizard was going to ask for something.
Oh, yeah, the lizard gets to ask too. What does it wish for?
I like being able to talk, so I'd like to keep that, please. But can I not be made of bubblegum anymore? Because that's weirding me out.
What would you like to be made of?
Like the stuff I was made of before. I got turned
course.
into a bubblegum thing.
It's a lizard again. Non-bubblegum lizard.
In space, floating.
It can breathe in space.
Can I still talk?
I mean,
Yes.
I was just going to
Awesome.
and something.
Yeah, I mean, you're all going to be teleported back to Earth in a second anyway. Flair.
Your playbook.
If-
I'm a talking lizard.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm just
Possible.
magic tricks for Sorry.
If possible, could you stabilize the son of Sakaris?
It is done. Jason.
I want Mount Olympus to return to its former glory.
And she says, and so it will in time, and you will have a seat there. So you must
More
work
than
to
I
make
asked
it
for.
happen.
All right.
And with that, Cosmos the Eternal just stares at you a little harder. You are all teleported back to the safety of Earth. The other heroes are there too. They've pretty much everybody who was ripped away from Earth because of this is back. And we'll cut to a few days later after some of the chaos is taken care of. The giant insects are corralled. I don't know if any of you want any giant ants or bees or whatever as pets, but they're the summer's hottest new pet, giant ants.
Some of them are made of gum.
And some of them are gummy. Trouble, what happens to Gumsville?
I mean,
Kind of.
I think that it just sort of becomes its own town.
Yeah.
That's just exists. Like they don't want to eat everybody anymore. And they all sort of start looking different from each other. Like they gradually stop looking just like Troublegum, and some of them look like males and some of them look like females.
Yeah, they kind of
start-
gain individuality.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But they're still very serious about their religion.
So Troublegum gets a hero's funeral. President Kennedy, the real Kennedy, is there. And all of you are there and receive a special thanks to everybody for showing that. And Kennedy says, I would like to redouble America's efforts towards protecting its superheroes who have protected us.
So
Thank you.
We're actually with him.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know what I want the last panel to be here.
Okay, and then we'll kind of ask what you guys think, because we're not going to do the
Yeah.
grow closer or whatever, but what do you guys think will happen to your heroes afterwards?
Last panel of the shot is zap.
Where did you get there? Zap, your president. All right, so we're not going to do the Did You Grow Closer, because I mean, I would like to see these guys come back at some point in some fashion.
I don't think Bubblegum grew closer to this team.
That's
but
true.
She did grow closer to Cosmos.
Yes, Cosmos the Infinite.
Is Cosmos a male thing or a female
It's
thing? Or
kind
is
of
it-
both.
is it
It's really
both?
beyond gender. I mean, it's like a galactic being of
Grew
infinite
into
power.
her own image of herself.
So tell me, what do you think happens? We'll just do real quick because I want to give a quick preview of what's coming up next week. A very special issue. So, Cloud Singer, what happens to Cloud Singer?
Well,
Kind of after this event, as the decade goes on. The
never
60s
cleared
continue.
angry, so lingering,
Angry forever.
so lingering like feelings from that vision keep haunting him. So he's going to try and prevent that future from happening. Become his own hero. Try and lead, like, I don't know, better generation. The like, I don't know.
Definitely. Becoming a leading advocate, leading
Yeah.
light for the new generation of heroes. Cool.
Yeah, like the civil rights movement for superheroes.
Oh, nice. I think we kind of already got Trouble Gun. What happens to Gumsville?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
wanna-
Troublegum's drifting through the universe with Cosmos.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I know you said she doesn't really have consciousness anymore, but
Well, it's another kind of consciousness. It's something that we humans can understand.
gotcha.
Really.
So she's like fully Star Childed, like. 2000.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Right on. Yeah, and Gumsville has become another town below the town. And starts having.
I know. It's got gorilla citizens, gums. This is becoming
Yeah.
a crazier town. Giant insects. I
Yeah,
love
it actually starts having some popularity now that people don't need to worry about being eaten all the time.
And that charming national anthem.
Right. And the lizard,
Pigeon Princess still down there.
the lizard lets Jason boss it around as long as Jason wants.
Nice. Agent Orange, the new janitor.
So Agent Orange actually was going to happen to him is soon after the events here. The Society of Sentinels approaches him to become a member. He, of course, thinks that means he's going to be the janitor there and starts working there. And the last panel of him is like cleaning gum off of a wolf woman statue, just scraping it off.
Nice. What happens to Flare, who is now a full member of the Meteor Marshals? He stay on
yeah.
Earth, go to the stars.
I think with the sun stabilized, obviously he lets his people know that. And he sort of takes sort of a dual role, kind of like again, I'm referencing Green Lantern, like the human Green Lanterns.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hal Jordan or
Yeah.
Kyle Rayner. I'm trying to name him. John Stewart.
Jon Stewart,
Thinking of them all.
and Guy Gardner.
Oh, that's
Guy
true.
Gardner does sort of stick around the stars more.
Okay.
Later on.
But you're kind of like Earth's Meteor Marshal.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
All right, cool. And you get your own command comet, kind of in orbit there, keeping the peace in this sector of the universe.
Yeah, and definitely he definitely works really hard to prevent the future that he saw.
Nice.
So
All right, and then Jason, what does he do as time goes on?
As time goes on, he will continue to work with Cloudsinger and just be the best version of himself he can be, and lends himself to the leadership of Cloudsinger because he always saw him as the leader since when he joined. And even though one might say he has some powers that could be used a different way, he lets Cloudsinger direct him as to how to use them.
Nice.
So, PJ,
You have my might.
Oh, cool.
Cloudsinger is super stable.
I would think so. So that brings Sentinels of the Silver Age to a close. Congratulations. A big thank you to all
And
you
we
guys.
become roommates.
Oh, totally. Share the
With
same
a
room.
giant talking
With the giant talking lizard.
You guys want
it's
some
gonna be the most
beers?
popular sitcom in the world.
Oh god, you guys are a superhero sitcom.
Cloudsinger, Jason, and the Wizard. This Sunday on
Occasional
It's gonna
special
be
guest
better
star
than
Dr.
the old
Orange
show.
showing
It's
up.
gonna
as
dance
the-
at Cloudsinger.
Big applause whenever he walks in.
guest star player.
How's it going, everybody? Yeah!
I bust through the door, Kramer style. Hey guys!
So, big thanks everybody. Next week we're doing something a little different. It's going to be a kind of redo of the World War II heroes. They're all coming back for a little send-off, we're going to have Marvin as Skydancer, Kat as the new Battle Girl Potemkin, or Red Widow as she's now
Yeah,
called.
she's not calling herself Red Widow. She's calling for a few names.
Eric is going to be Monarch Merman. And these guys will be maybe some new faces, because they weren't in the original World War II game.
Be a sort of a prequel. I think mine is going to be a prequel to.
Oh yes. After that, because that special one's going to be called Old Soldiers, going to be taking place during the height of the Vietnam War. Following that, we're going to have break for a week, and then the third 5-part arc, Battle for the Bronze, which is it's the 70s, it's the Bronze Age, it's groovy. Get ready for it.
We're all going to have a very good time.
That's going to be great.
I'm excited.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thanks for everybody for showing up. Thank you much.
Big applause.
It was a very, very good show tonight. Not too many hiccups on this end.
Yeah.
But as we head out and find out what may or may not happen in Gumsville, we will see what occurs. But thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for, we got I don't know, I think it's Disneyland Drew? Or Disneyland Drew?
Disneyland Drew.
Or Disneyland Drew. However we want to put it. We got a sub from him tonight, so thank you so much. It means the world to us. It keeps these things going and helps us out a lot. So, with that, we will make sure and raid someone tonight. I think we're going to go over and raid playing board games. I think we got some Cthulhu stuff going on again. So, everybody, make sure that you... What? Pull up a chair, guys.
Time.
And make time to tabletop.
Make time to tabletop.
Have a good one.
Tabletop.
Thank you.
Good night, folks.
Good night.
Yeah.
Welcome to Gumsville, it's a charming little town. Welcome to Gumsville, where we never ever frown. We thank you for your visit, we hope that you will stay. Welcome to Gumsville, USA. Welcome to Gumsville, we're so happy you are here. Welcome to Gumsville, where you have nothing to fear. This is a land of plenty, everything is free. Welcome to Gumsville, Mesa. Welcome to Gumsville, we want you to stick around. Welcome to Gumsville, 50 people of the ground. It's better if you join us, don't put up a fight. So stay in Gumsville, stay in Gumsville, stay in Gumsville. It's a delight. End recording.